Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of our daily news program, coming up shortly. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, congratulates his Mauritanian counterpart, Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al Ghazawani, after being re-elected for another term. The Algerian embassy in France is leading an intensive campaign to raise awareness about the necessity to vote and keep consolidating the unification process of Algeria. And Jijel province is getting ready for the summer season with new facilities to the great joy of vacationers and holidaymakers. Welcome again. First and foremost, we start off our news bulletin with the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, who congratulated in a message the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al Ghazawani, for his re-election to the presidency of his country for a second term. The head of state stressed in his message his best wishes for continued success following the renewed confidence of the brotherly Mauritanian people in his honorable person to lead the country. President Tebboune seized this opportunity to reiterate Algeria's conviction and constant commitment to consultation and coordination to enhance the existing cooperation between the two countries, highlighting that greater solidarity and complementarity are sought. The President of the Republic concluded his message by extending once again his heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for success and prosperity. Back to yesterday's mega graduation ceremony held at Shershar Military Academy and attended by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, in addition to other senior state officials. The highlights of this big event with Melissa Kabash.
The President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, chaired at the level of the Military Academy of Shershar, Late Wari Boumediene, the annual graduation ceremony of the 55th class of fundamental training, the 17th group of common basic military training, in addition to the 8th class of officers of the master cycle. The President of the Republic supervised the graduation ceremony of the school year 2023-2024. The event kicked off by the review of military detachments. The ceremony was marked by a squadron of 6 aircrafts that colored the sky of the school with our national emblem, symbolizing national identity and independence. Subsequently, another squadron composed of 6 helicopters paid the honors to the President of the Republic. Army General Said Shangriha affirmed that the People's National Army, in accordance to the President of the Republic's guidelines, is well aware of the importance of laying the foundations of a strong army, able to accomplish its constitutional missions, as all this starts by ensuring a military training that results in qualified and competent military executives armed by the different sciences and knowledge imbued with national principles and values.
ندرك جيدا أن إرساء أسس جيش قوي قادر على أداء مهامه الدستورية بكل كفاءة واقتدار إنما يبدأ من إرساء منظومة تكوينية قوية تضطلع بتكوين إطارات من ذوي الكفاءة العالية.
He also held the graduation of the first class of female officers to the benefit of the Land Forces Command, who will be guided to work at the level of the Battle Corps. Adding that the People's National Army has been entrusted with the mission of instilling the idea of a professional military within the minds, as professionalism is the only guarantee to control forces in combat art.
أقسم بالله العلي العظيم أن أكون الخادم الوفي لبلدي.
After taking the oath, the President of the Republic proceeded to grant ranks and diplomas to the valedictorians. Army General Said Shingriha also pursued to grant ranks and diplomas to the laureates. The national flag was then passed down from the graduating students to the upcoming ones before the President of the Republic approved to name the outgoing group after martyr Yusuf al-Khatib. A parade was held as well, in addition to a number of sports exhibitions with weapons and without, alongside bodybuilding exercises. The head of state followed after that the execution of a combat exercise related to an ambush executed by combined PNA detachments. He also followed a live broadcast on a giant screen, a demonstrative exercise carried by our naval forces called Tactic Exercise, simulating an intervention and inspection operation of a suspect ship transiting along the national coastline. And among the exhibitions followed by the President of the Republic, one performed by members wearing the national colors, reflecting the high level of precision, coordination and professionalism. The head of state alongside Army General Said Shingriha hailed the laureates of the graduating classes and military formations that carried out the military parade. The President of the Republic highlighted that the People's National Army is seeking new developed and technological means to safeguard Algeria, appreciating the efforts made by our army in different domains, indicating that Algeria has taken immense steps towards preserving its safety, wishing for more success.
شكر لكم كل هذه المجهودات، نتمنى لكم إن شاء الله التوفيق والسداد في اكتشافات أخرى إن شاء الله.
At the end of the ceremony, the President of the Republic honored the family of the late martyr, Colonel Yusuf al-Khatib. The President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, then signed the Golden Register of this prestigious academy.
In a different topic, and ahead of the presidential elections on September 7th, the withdrawal of individual signature subscription forms is underway at the National Independent Authority for Elections, ANI. As of today, 32 potential candidates have collected their application forms, according to ANI. On Tuesday, independent candidate Belqasem Shergi joined the list of those withdrawing the forms. The process, continuing until July 18th, involves over 14,000 agents at 4,903 validation points across the country. And in order to further raise awareness on the importance of the upcoming presidential elections among the members of our community abroad, debates and discussions on the issues were held on the occasion of a meeting that our ambassador to France had with civil society representatives, Afaf Belhouchet and Laetitia Sidqawi.
The importance of the upcoming presidential elections on September the 7th for the future of our country in the upcoming generations, as well as the position of Algeria on the international scene, characterized by a rising tension, were all underlined in the speech of Algeria's ambassador to France, Saïd Moussi, who met with the leaders of the civil society in Marseille.
We have discussed many issues, notably the upcoming presidential elections of September 7th and the importance attached to this major event for our community. The question and remarks we heard evidently display the commitment and trust attached to the new Algeria
we are souhaitant tous. A call from the homeland gladly received by the members of our community.
Indeed, the new Algeria is being fulfilled on the ground through new economic codes and a different working method. I sincerely wish that the project continues and that in 5 years Algeria would be very different of what it is now. Voting is extremely important either here or in the homeland. Many think that a single vote does not count, but every vote matters.
It is extremely important to be updated and aware of the new initiatives put in place to enable us Algerians established abroad to contribute to events in Algeria and to always be closer to our country that we love.
Pursuant to the facilitation measures decided by the President of the Republic, the concerns of our expatriates are better taken in charge, thus further nourishing the ties between the administration and expatriates.
I have 4 daughters working in different fields who have never voted before because they had a rough tie with the consulate. This year, things have changed and they are even enrolled in the electoral list.
Measures are implemented to make the process even easier. The General Consulate in Marseille introduced QR codes for direct access to the registration site. And while the appeals period is coming to an end, the discussion during the meeting presided over by Saïd Moussi with the heads of consular posts 2 and 4, Marseille, Lyon, Besançon, Bordeaux, Grenoble, Montpellier, Nice, Saint-Étienne, and Toulouse tackled the upcoming organizational steps. During the session, the annual coordinator of the second zone took the oath in the name of the other delegates, thus marking a collective commitment to transparent and honest elections.
In a related topic, Algeria's ambassador to France met with representatives of the national companies Algérie and Algérie Ferry, an opportunity to tackle the measures taken for the benefit of our community, notably the enhancement of service quality for families wishing to come to their motherland, the number of which increases during the summer season. In another context, and as part of the fight against terrorism, combined detachments of the People's National Army arrested 5 terrorists during 2 different operations in Burj Baji Mukhtar and Tamarasset in the 6th Military Region. The operation carried out in Tamarasset allowed the arrest of 4 terrorists, namely Ain Ajna Ahmed, known as Ahmed Al-Targi, Foughaz Abdel Karim, known as Beka, Abr Zulagh Musa, known as Mashaki, Haj Usman Boujma, known as Juma. These terrorists belonged to terrorist groups active in the Sahel region. They had in their possession 2 military shotguns, 4 Kalashnikovs, 2 ammunition belts, and 6 ammunition chargers. The second operation carried out in Burj Baji Mukhtar led to the arrest of the wanted terrorist Barbouchi Mata' Mulan. The results of these operations highlight once again the efficiency of the approach adopted by our armed forces in the fight against terrorism and ensure the stability and security of our national territory. And during a meeting held by the UN Security Council, Algeria's representative Ammar bin Jama' called for an emergency action to face famine in Gaza, highlighting the ever-deteriorating humanitarian situation of Palestinians still prey to an unfair besiege, with more constraints on convoys meant to bring help and assistance to famished civilians and refugees since the outbreak of war on October 7th. And in the latest developments of the situation in Gaza, the death toll nears a staggering 38,000 martyrs and over 87,000 wounded. Amid all of the terror they are subject to, Palestinians are determined to resist and rehabilitate their area after the Zionists destroyed it. Jijel neighborhood in the middle of Khan Younis, for example, which was once full with shops and commercial buildings, is now reduced to rubble after the Zionist army destroyed them before the eyes of their owners. However, Palestinians are trying to rehabilitate them. And start of a ticket sale this morning for the final of the Algerian Cup. The operation took place at the 5th July Stadium for the stronghold of Mourdia of Algiers and the stadium of the 20th of August for CRB fans. The 2 capital giants will face each other this Friday, July 5th at 5 p.m. in an unprecedented final. Riyad Belkhadim and Ines Kilo.
Only a few days before the Algerian Cup final, due to be held on Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. at the 5th July Olympic Stadium, bringing together CR Belouizdad to Mouloudia of Algiers. The fans of the 2 prestigious capital clubs are racing against the clock to get their tickets and attend this big game. To this effect, 40,000 tickets are on sale, granting each club 20,000 tickets.
Let's hope everything goes well and that they will win and snatch the trophy. They sold us only 2 tickets per person, so everyone will have the chance to attend. It was well organized. Though we had to queue, it was well organized. Everyone had the opportunity to get tickets, and it was quick.
The same atmosphere prevailed at the 20th August Stadium, the stronghold of CRB supporters who came very early in the morning to queue and get their tickets amid perfect conditions, to great joy of Laqiba supporters.
It went very well. Thank you for such a good organization. We bought our tickets and we were only allowed to buy 2 tickets for each fan. Everything was really well organized.
Excitement is getting greater among the two prestigious club's fans, who eye the trophy and hold big festivities coinciding with Algeria's National Day, a momentous event for the whole nation, fully addicted to football.
And Jijel is our closing story. This enchanting seaside province is getting ready to host thousands of tourists and visitors with a series of brand new hotels with a unique objective is to please them and offer them the opportunity to spend indelible vacations. More details with both Ahmed Bouaqba and Ines Kilo.
With its exceptional landscape, Jijel province has what attracts many tourists, as this coastal province does its best to receive summer visitors coming from the four corners of the country, but also from abroad in the best conditions.
Jijel qui s'étend sur un littoral plus de 160 km et qui a
Jijel province, which stretches over 160 kilometers of coastline, has more than 35 beaches authorized for swimming, as well as 19 unauthorized beaches that will soon be open to visitors, given the large number of summer visitors every year.
le grand nombre des arrivants chaque année, qui s'évolue chaque année.
One of the priorities this year is to increase the accommodation capacity to meet the growing demand. The tourism sector has been consolidated by 5 brand new hotels. This will increase the accommodation capacity by 500 beds, as shown by these 2 brand new seafront hotels, equipped with all necessary amenities and services to ensure an unforgettable stay.
Hôtel Sultan Hôtel classé, composé de 56 chambres. Nous sommes en train de faire les derniers préparatifs.
Sultan Hotel has 56 rooms, and we're in the process of making the final preparations for the opening. When it comes to building products, we've used local products. We're in the process of hiring 45 people. We're also in the process of completing the administrative procedures for a private beach concession.
Le dossier administratif pour la concession d'une plage privée.
Se compose à 49 chambres, l'hôtel Jijel.
El Bay Jijel Hotel has 49 rooms and an accommodation capacity of more than 120 people. We've applied for the beach concession and we intend to recruit more than 40 employees.
Un dossier pour la concession de la plage. Et pour les employés, on compte d'embaucher plus de 40 personnes.
Known for its beautiful beaches, this breathtaking natural scenery make Jijel more attractive than ever. Last year, Jijel was flocked by more than 10 million holidaymakers and 1 million foreign tourists, staying in hotels or renting properties belonging to the local inhabitants.
And with that, our today's news edition comes to a close. Thank you for tuning in and goodbye for now.